What's up, guys? It's your boy DJ ABERRANT Productions. It is what time? It is 8:49 in the morning. I've been up since 7 a.m. I'm a little tired. I did some stretches and stuff like that, but so today we're going on a gig log. I have to do it. Excuse me, kid's birthday parties. I have to do a kid's birthday party, taking pictures, and I'm be DJing. I'll do that over. What's going on, people, family? It is Saturday. Time to turn up, right? It's 8:49 in the morning, so I'm a little tired. I kind of tell. Today we are doing, well, I am doing a kids party. I want to be DJing and I want to be taking pictures. So it's going to be a gig log, first gig log for the channel. Basically, I'm going to be packing up, getting my stuff ready right now. The party's probably, I think it's from 2 to 6, so we got some time in between. I just like to get up early, and I'm trying to make it a habit because sometimes you don't want to do things last minute or procrastinate, and it's been a bunch of times where I just forget something that I needed, and I'm not trying to set myself up. It's a new year, so I'm trying to get on a new start, so I just have to pack up some speakers, my turntables, stand. I'm gonna bring my facade, for the look, and my photography stuff, monolight, softbox, C-stand, camera, batteries, memory card, stuff like that. So just stay tuned, man. All right. Peace. So it's a little foggy today. I'm just about to whip my car around and start packing up. Good thing won't be inside, so I'm not sure if it's gonna rain or not. The weather's been a little crazy. We in Columbia, South Carolina, so the weather in 2020, especially in the beginning, has been like jumpy back and forth. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Alright, now, so I basically bought everything, well, the majority of everything down. I already took the liberty of putting my big old subwoofer in the truck. So well, I'm gonna give you a few tips real quick before I even start packing up. Basically, when it comes to kids parties, you want to just focus on clean music, fun music, and keeping them entertained. You know. Another thing too, especially for beginning DJs, I know the pros already know. Make sure there's certain things that you want to make sure you have like double of everything, just in case, like power cords, power strips, uh, batteries. You never know. I'm doing DJing and photography today, so I definitely need extra batteries. So I gotta make sure I'm equipped and ready to go. You know what I mean? Alright, so we're gonna start with, well, another thing too, man. I know for starter DJs or whatever, and I mean, when you start off, you got like kind of like small equipment or stuff good to go. I mean, my speakers and stuff like that, they're portable, especially compared to the speakers that I had before, like my dual 15s. Once I put them in my truck, they take up about 75% of the space back here. I mean, with the seats down too. So um I got some DJs that I know, some of my friends, they got, they love driving their Hondas and their little cars and stuff like that. But when they really, really get into DJing, they start to realize, like, certain stuff you can't fit in there. Like, even turntables, it's kind of hard to fit in there. So, um, if you get something like an SUV or minivan, and it's as long as it gets you where you need to go and get your gig going, that's all that matters. So I got me a little Tahoe SUV. It's it basically fills everything that I need to get me started on, whether if I have to do like a wedding or even a club party. Stuff like that. And I'm able to fit both my DJing and photography equipment for events like these. So that's with the subs, the tops, turntable stand, facade, mono light for my photography, C-stand, camera equipment, camera stuff. All that stuff is basically gonna fit in, and I still have my extra seat in front in case I need an assistant, or if my fiance comes to tag along, or if I have a friend tagging along with me, or basically I have more than enough room that I need. You know, until you need to upgrade. Some people, they get like a trailer to latch it onto their SUV or van or whatever, or their truck, and you basically put all your equipment in there. And even like the small size ones, I'm not really sure how the size goes because I didn't invest into a trailer yet. But once you do, like, you wouldn't really need to put anything in the trunk. So basically, you'll just have seats available if you bring in or have other people tagging along with you. Um, so basically, the way I organize my stuff, I start with the biggest stuff and then I start working myself down. So what I got the sub put in first because for one, it got some weight on it. And then want to put my tops in next. And then I have my 1000, my DDJ 1000 SRT. That's going to go in next because that's like the next biggest. After that, I'll probably put my facade in there, and then I'll start pushing in stuff from like my wires, bags, camera equipment like my C-stand. Put it onto the side, tripods, things like that. I know you see over here, I kind of got my trunk door rigged up with my tripod. I don't know, I guess because it's the weather. Usually kind of just sits up, but it's been falling down, and I don't need to fold it down while I'm putting stuff in because that's going to like take up a lot of time and it's going to get me aggravated. And you're trying to make sure when you packing up and you unpacking and you packing back up again is easy. It's an easy transition, because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be the one doing it. If not, you'll have a team. So, you got to work smarter and not work harder. You feel me? Speaking of working smarter, one of the other things that I have is this right here. This is basically going to help me get all these speakers. I can stack them all up at once and push it straight into the venue. Hopefully there's no stairs where we're going, but this is going to get you where you need to go. If you get you like a dolly, I know they have like equipment. I forgot what it's called, but it's like basically you just load everything up. Like you could load all your stuff up at one time, and you can just push it. You could buy it from like Guitar Center for like about $200. I forgot what it's called, but when I do invest into it, I'm gonna definitely do a review and let you know why it's important and why we need it and why we gotta keep it with us at all times. So, but for now, I'm using the good old dolly, and it's gonna help me. It's gonna help me out. Now, you see me, I'm all bulk, but it's early in the day and I don't need to be stressing my body right now. And I did mention also about carrying like extra equipment and like lights, batteries, stuff like that for whether if you're doing photography or DJing. So I got some stuff that I got set out on the side that I'm gonna pack up. So basically, if you're doing photography for my photographers, beginners and pros, always keep your speed light with you. I have my mono light here with my C-stand, and I have like a little bag, kind of like to keep everything together. I know some people, they get like Pelican cases, but if you're trying to just get something just to put all together and have it like kind of compact and where it's not going to damage anything, I'll get something like a nice thick bag or something like that, and I have the foam to my monolight in here, so if it shakes or whatever, it's kind of still in its place. And I have some extra space to basically slide this in. I usually put it in my camera bag also, but I'm gonna just kind of just slide it over here, side, zip you up. Another thing, I have my batteries, rechargeable batteries. I already have some batteries in my speed light. My monolight has a battery, it's battery powered, it's already charged up. It takes like about 3 days for it to die anyway, so it'll definitely get me through this event. You slide it, I'm gonna slide this on the side. Clutter everything up. Put this back down. Now my primary light is going to be my monolight that I'll be using today. But just in case, like I said, if I have to use my speed light, you know, as an extra, I always bring one of these. This is basically like a stand to hold my speed light. I have bought some other stuff from Newer, so shout out to Newer because I always be buying from them. I got a bunch of lights, bunch of stands, my flashes, my monolights, my C-stand over here. Everything is all Newer. Shout outs to them. So I'm gonna start doing reviews on them too. So it's like they're basically like the affordable professional brand. You know, people say they're like cheap or whatever, but all this stuff that I've been using is all durable. I have stuff that I bought for them for years, and they're still holding on and still doing this thing. I mean, I haven't had to throw out a newer product yet. So shout outs to them. I'm gonna slide this on the side. This is gonna be one of the last things I bring. Another thing too, for my beginner DJs, if you need something to like carry wires, depending on your setup, and I mean, I used to have like a really big setup, so that's the reason why I bought this right here. This is basically like a toolbox I bought from Walmart. I spent like about $60 on it, and basically it fits everything that I need. It has my power cords in here. I fit my chargers, my my XLRs. I was using 1/4 inches at the time. Now I'm not, because the sound quality is way better when you're using XLR wires, especially with my speakers. And I could just load everything in here. I just slide this back, throw everything in here. It has a compartment, 2 compartments up top. If I want to put business cards and stuff like that in here, I can. Small lights, I could put it in here. Batteries, I could put it in here. Microphones in there, you know. While I have this open, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know I have one of these that I keep in my turntable case. But this is very important. If you don't have one of these, or if you have like an Android, get you like an aux to RCA piece to connect to your turntables. Sometimes I get like requests for certain music that, or you know, kids, they switch up music all the time, you know, so you never know what's in the new, especially me being 28, you know, so, you know, I always just keep one of those with me at all times, just in case I have to like download, or they want to hear a certain song. I'll be like, hey, you know, I could play it on my phone, or shoot, pull it up on your phone, you know, if you got a little iTunes or YouTube or something like that. I'll just go ahead and just jack it up, play their request song, and just get on through, you know. Next, power cables. I use Mac. I have a MacBook Pro that I keep. I had it for years. I need to get a new one. So I keep one already in my turntable case, but I also keep another one just in case, because you just never know. Sometimes it might be a short in the box or in one of the wires, and you just want to make sure you just have that extra security, you know. So I could throw this in here. Slide it in. Another great thing about this is that it has wheels too, and then it has a little locking thing. If I want, I can just get like, I have locks inside. I can just put the lock on there, lock it, keep the key with my car keys, and I'll be good to go. You know, I won't have to worry about nobody going through my stuff. And then over here, this is my photography bag. I keep my extra lenses in here. I keep batteries in here, memory cards, all that good stuff is all in here. show you guys. Alright, so since I'm gonna start packing in here. Okay, this right here is a video light. It's battery powered. You can also plug it up to the wall if you have like a DC plug. That's 12 volts. We have a bunch of them, so I keep one in my bag for with my mono light just in case I gotta plug it up. Also, this can also go on a newer stand. I just twist it on. It has the little thread at the bottom, and that'll be your light. You know, if just in case if your your mono light goes out, or your speed light goes out, or your batteries die. This is another good backup to keep, especially if you're doing videos, of course. Good thing to keep. You know, is lightweight. I bring it everywhere. I probably dropped it probably a million times, and it's a good deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in my camera bag just in case, because I keep my camera bag with me at all times. Sometimes I might leave my mono light to the side or something like that. So I just slide this in here. Put this on top of my lens on top. MacBook in here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, a few more other things on the photography side. Sorry, I had it done on y'all. So one of the main things that I always keep, and this is a great investment for all photographers. I don't care if you're a pro, if you're new. This is a great investment. This is basically a memory card case, and it's I call it a book, a memory card book, and basically it keeps all your memory cards all in here. I have 8 altogether. I have two of them are to put mini the micro SD cards in here, because if I have like a GoPro, or you know, what else do I use for it? Sometimes like one of them has like music on it just in case, but it has enough to add some footage on there too, for a backup. And I have some 64s. I have some 32 gigs from just buying. You'll never stop buying memory cards. Trust me, man, because I've been through. This is not it. I've been through a lot. um, so I always keep this with you at all times. Make sure before you leave the house, but make sure you double check all your stuff. If you have to make a list at the door, make a list at the door. I keep a list in my editing room just to make sure, like, once I pack everything up, I go look at that list and I'll be like, okay, I got this, I got that, I got that, and I got that. Because you remember when you put it in there, you know. So memory card, I keep it in my photography bag. Throw it in here. Okay. Another thing too. What else? I was gonna say something about photographers. Okay, photographers, videographers. If you're doing like kids' parties, weddings, or whatever, in my opinion, I feel like there's certain things that you would want to bring, especially when it comes to lenses. You know, we already got the memory cards down, we got the lighting down. Just to basically, those are good backups to keep. Now, when it comes to lenses, I know some people try to figure out, you know, what lens should I bring. Now, I make sure I have like a variety, you know. What we're using what I'm recording with right now is my 18 to 55 kit lens. That's always a good go-to, and you could shoot anything with it, you know, from big groups to small groups. You never know. Sometimes if you go to a venue that you never even been before, the space might be real small, and you know, certain lenses wouldn't have that coverage. So I always keep my 18 to 55 with me. If not in the bag, it's already on the lens, ready to go. Another lens that I keep with me for like portrait shots, like if I'm taking pictures of like people sitting down after they're eating, or just like groups of 2 or 3, depending on the venue. Or if I'm outside, I'll still use it because it's a sharp lens. It's my 35 millimeter 1.8. It's one of the sharpest lenses that I have right now. It's great for videos. It's great for photography, especially when you're taking those portrait shots. Just coming by the guests that come in and sitting down and stuff like that. Just say, hey, can I take a picture? Those pictures come out like they're having like a little photo shoot, you know. So I keep my 35 with me. And then also, if I want to do, especially when I'm doing weddings, I keep it with me at all times. or like really important stuff. Know what I mean? I'll bring my 80 to 200 1.8. Well, it's a 2.8. Is the sharpest lens that I have. Next to my 35 millimeter, and I keep that with me. I keep that with me at all times, especially when I'm doing like ceremonies and stuff like that, like real important stuff, because I want those images to basically stand out from like the regular videos, or the regular photography pictures. I use it for video sometimes. The only thing is that because it's an 80 millimeter lens, the range and the space and stuff, that really matters, because you don't want to be having like real close-up shots, and when you're supposed to be making like doing like group pictures. Yes. Somebody just lost their puppy, man. That's messed up. But like I was saying, damn, I forgot what I was saying. Alright, I remember now. Like I was saying, so the 80 to 200, like you want to be careful, because if you don't want to be stuck with the lens by itself. Just have that 80 to 200, because you want to be able to have that real variety. It's a great lens, especially for portrait shots, even for like certain group shots. I use it all the time. Sometimes I think you got to step out like about 10 feet just to get like a full size, if not even more. So you want to make sure you're covered. Just having all these different lenses, especially having between that 18 to 55, it'll basically take you throughout the day. You know what I mean? And I know there's a 17 to it was like 17 to 200 or something like that. So it's like, as long as you have something with a wide angle that you can work with, and something good for portraits, you're in the game. You know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about nothing else. So we talked about the photography. We talked about having backup stuff that you need. We talked about lights. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and start packing up. I have my sandbag over here. I kind of just keep this in the truck. This is for photography. I put it on my C-stand just in case if I'm shooting outside and the wind is blowing, or if I'm using my big old octagon softbox and I have to lean it over just to have that good, beautiful lit up shot. I keep this on my C-stand for, it's heavy already because it's heavy duty. The thing is steel, but I keep this on just for safety precautions so it don't lean over, tilt on my clients or the guests, and that's basically it. So now what I'm about to do, I'm about to just go ahead and start packing everything up, organizing everything, put everything in its place. So therefore, when I'm ready to take out, I know what I need to take out first, and really just go from there. All right. Alright, so what's next that I have to put up is basically I just got like some batteries charging and stuff like that, so that'll leave as I'm walking out the door. I'm gonna put my little get up kickstand tripod in there too, and then that's it. So basically this right here is my backup bag for all my other backup stuff, but this is already in the truck. I keep it in the truck at all times just in case. Sometimes I might get booked last minute, and I won't have time to go ahead and get wires, because there's been times that I had speakers in here but I didn't have my case to hold my wires with me, so I always just keep this in the bag. This basically has like power cords. It has some AV. It has an AV wire. It has quarter inches in here, and it has a double quarter inch. It's really mostly not when I have to DJ with speakers, like with my own stuff, but if I have like my turntables, and because sometimes I just leave my turntables in there if I have to do like a club party or something like that, and they have their own speakers. I basically just have some extra wires to basically plug up and just jump on and get started. And shoot, that's basically it. So I keep this with me. I think this is basically a good gem. I mean, if you guys are running around and are forgetful like me, there's been time. Yo, one time I left my laptop at home and I had to DJ like off my phone and off my fiance's phone and off somebody else's phone. It was terrible. I keep mixes with me on my email just in case, because you just never know. You just want to make sure you just back yourself up. Right now we're in a time where things is kind of crazy and it's all types of stuff going on, and you just don't want to set yourself up for the worst. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, I keep this in here. It stays in here. I kind of just throw it up in because it's nothing but wires and power cords, and that's it. That's everything in there. I got my speakers, got my turntables, got my wires, got my lights, got my stands, got my tripods, got my facade. I have soft boxes, sandbags, and I'm good to go, y'all. It's nice and ordered. So when I'm driving down the highway, this truck is shaky. I drive like I don't got no I don't got no sense sometimes, and everything's kind of together. Where if it moves, the only thing that might move from side to side is basically my facade back there. My bags won't move because it has some weight on it, and this is basically good to go back here. And then that's really it. All right, so just stay tuned. We about to go ahead, and I'm gonna be getting ready to leave in about, I think it's early. Like I said, I start early, so I got some hours to go. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just start editing and stuff like that, and then when it's time for me to get up and head out of town, y'all see me setting up and all that good stuff. Woo! One thing about packing up, it is a workout. But real quick, one more thing before we go ahead and get to the gig. One more thing I wanted to share is that also with preparedness, preparedness and being ready for your event is very important. I cannot stress it enough because I've been in all types of situations, man. Either because basically it's my fault for a lot of the stuff, you know, and I always made it out and made it happen. Make sure that, you know, just get up early in the day, make sure, or the day before, or hours early, and make sure your gas tank is full. Make sure you check your vehicle. If you need something, take care of it. You don't want to have to get pulled over for anything. Like one time I had to go DJ in Georgia, in Augusta, downtown, and I got pulled over because one of my lights in the front had went out, and I didn't know because I didn't do a check on my lights. It's during the day, it doesn't really matter today, but you know, if you DJ at night and if you about that nightlife like me, you know, make sure that your light bulbs is in check. Make sure you got gas in your tank. You don't want to be filling your tank up last minute because you just never know how the traffic is and what the time is looking like, especially if you have to DJ out of town, you know, like an hour or two away, something like that. Like, you don't want to set yourself up for that. Another thing also is I have this right here. Basically what it is a USB. It's 64 gigs, and I keep it with me just to like load music on here. It's like a backup, you know, or you know, if I put my laptop and I packed everything up like I did just now, right? My laptop's in the truck with all my other equipment, and you know, if I have everything piled up and I can't get to the laptop, I have this with me. So if I'm in the house and I'm like, okay, I got some music that I need to put on there that I forgot or whatever, and I need to go ahead and download it, I'll go ahead into my record pool or whatever, and I'll just throw this into my computer, and I put all the music on here, and then once I get to the gig, right before the gig, I have enough time after I set up, I'll plug it up, add the music on there, and then I'll be good to go. It's a great backup tool. I keep it on my keys. It's waterproof. It says you can run it over. I'm not going to run it over. I don't need to do all of that, but as long as I could keep this with me and I can use it at all times. I have way than enough space on this thing, and usually when I put the music on here and put it on my laptop, I'll go ahead and just delete it, so it's just like a fresh start. I don't want to keep recopying or making duplicates of music that I already have on there. So I'll just clean it out, and then I'll go ahead and, you know, throw it back on my keychain. When I need it again, I'll put some music on it. I keep mixes on here also, I mean, just in case. So it's like, that's the backup right there. If I don't have no internet and nothing like that. I have mixes already on my laptop, but if I just have something where I just gotta plug this in to the speaker or something like that, or somebody else's computer, I throw that mix in there. You know what I mean? It's also a good thing, like if you're not DJing, or if you're just at a place and shoot, just so happen that another DJ isn't really doing a good job, or the DJ just didn't come through, and just having your mixes on here, it'll save some lives. You'll be the life of the party. You know what I mean? So I have been there. I have been in those situations. So make sure you get one of these. You can buy it off Amazon for like about, I think it's between like 10 to like $20-$30, depending on how much memory you want. I was going to get a terabyte one, but I was like, I don't need all that stuff, on here. So all that space. So I just got the 64, which is still way more than enough music, because you could put like about 1,000 songs on an 8 gig. Because I remember when I had the little iPod Shuffle, or the little iPods, the iPod Touches, when they came out, there was like 8 gigs, and I put like 1,000 songs, and I'll kind of like fill it up. So I don't download 1,000 songs, but I have more than that. I have like about quadruple times music that I could put on here, so I make sure I'm in a safe zone. And that's basically it. We're gonna go ahead and get to the next gig. I mean, get to the gig. Let's go. Alright, y'all. We are here. Well, I am here, and out in Allendale, South Carolina, getting ready to do the kids party. I'm about to go ahead and set up, and it's locked. Go ahead and set up. Get ready. I'm an hour early. So it's good to be an hour, if anything, 2 hours early. If you can, just in case anything happens. Like, I was just stopped by the train. They got a train out here, and it just happened to come as soon as I arrived into the city. So, but it's all good. I'm still early. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and unpack, and we're gonna get it rocking. It's hot today too, so I don't know about leaving my phone. I was gonna do like a time lapse. I mean, taking my stuff out, but this damn freaking door, man. But yeah, it's hot. I don't want to burn my phone up, and then I can't use it for, basically the gig log for during the event. So I'm just I just sit out for a little bit. All right. Peace.
Got a loose black and I know I'm lying. Beats don't bad like I'm risking all. If you don't want no problems, why don't get involved? Now everything ain't Gucci, this is just a star.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ ABERRANT. We are back home. Today is Thursday. We are about Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We are about 4 or 5 days out from doing the event. I'm back home. Everything is unpacked and set up. I'm just going to give you a recap of the event because as you see, it wasn't really that big. I thought it was going to be a bigger event. I thought it was going to be more people. Good thing I did have more than enough sound and equipment for the event. You know, it's probably about a good 20, 25 people that was there. But, you know, it's all good. An event is an event. I mean, as long as you're getting paid, right? So, yeah, so basically I just want to give you a recap. There was certain stuff that, you know, for me doing this event that I learned because I don't know, if you check my intro, you know, basically I'm transitioning to new equipment and getting rid of some old equipment and some old equipment that I already got rid of. So, you know, now I'm working with my EV-EKX system, and my original system was more of a passive setup, basically where you use, it's the wiring. So basically the cords that I used was 1/4-inch wires, and, you know, I use that for both power and both for audio. And now using a power setup, you know, for a better quality, from what I was told that, you know, you should go with XLR. If you, what you think about that, you know, just let me know what you think about using 1/4-inch versus you using XLR. Put it down in the comments. So yeah, I was using 1/4-inch, you know, now I'm using XLR. So now what I own 2 XLR wires. And I forgot that, you know, I forgot to do a count. Like, you know, let me see what I got. Let me see what I'm gonna plug up to what and how I'm gonna do this. Because for one, I have a wired mic that I use for myself. Then I have and I use the XLR for that. Then I have my 2 tops, and then I have my subwoofer. So basically, I need to use my mic because I'm an MC, you know, with my DJ, and I can't DJ without being on the mic and communicating with the crowd and stuff like that. So I needed my first XLR for my microphone. I did have one extra one for my mic, but the one that I always use for it, somewhere down the line, it just went out of nowhere. It was like about an event or two ago, and I didn't get a chance to replace it. So, but what I did ended up doing when I got my new speakers, my new EVs, I had went ahead and ordered some XLR wires from Hosa. Now, Hosa is basically an audio wiring company that I learned from watching. Shoutouts to DJ Bar and DJ Rick Webb. Those are my main DJs that I really just watch when it comes to like equipment and stuff like that, and basically learning on, you know, kind of what's the best thing to go with, you know, and just coming off their opinions and stuff like that. And from my knowledge, learning off of them, Hose is the best company to go when it comes to buying your XLRs, your power cords and stuff like that. Now, you can always buy power cords from like Amazon Basics and stuff, but, you know, since I was already getting my XLRs from there, I went and got some 15-foot, ICEs? Yeah, the ICE cords. I had bought those to go with my new speakers, and so yeah, you know, they didn't come in yet. They had came in Monday, and it just didn't click. You know, I wasn't doing the count, like making sure I had my wires and stuff like that. So that's something that I need to make sure, you know, that I do. They had came in already, so I already, you know, got them in the set up ready to go for the next event. So now I have more than enough wires. But at the time, since I was using 1/4-inch, I had an extra bag, emergency bag, just in case, you know, I ran out of wires or I need wires if I have to go just do a quick setup at a club or something like that where I don't need my speakers. So I just so happened to have I had a XLR output that was connected to like a 1/4-inch. So I basically used that wire for like one of my speakers to link up with each other, and it worked fine, you know. I know I won't do it again, you know, because I'm trying to just stick to, you know, using certain things and just keeping it that way, you know. So I'm just going to just stick to my XLR wires that I got from Hosa. So, you know, doing that, I was like, dang, you know, I didn't have enough wires for my microphone, and I didn't have any for my speakers. So, you know, good thing that came in handy, and everything kind of just worked out. And I think also what I ended up doing was I had plugged, since the event ended up being small anyways, I used one of my RCA wires for one of the speakers also to play off. I just had the speaker like really, really close, and it kind of just worked out because it was a small event anyway, and I could have really just rocked out with one speaker.
know what I mean? And we in the South, so probably one speaker and one sub because they like that kick too, you know, when it comes to doing parties, whether if it's for little kids or for adults. So yeah, that was basically my lesson there. On the photography end, the photography end was really good. You know, I brought my mono light. I had extra lights that I really didn't use. I kept my flash on, so every time my flash went off, it linked with my mono light, so the mono light went off wherever I was at inside the building. So everything really just worked out. Besides that, you know, if you guys see anything or got any questions or any CC creative criticism, yeah, let me know in the comments. If you got anything that y'all want me to review or look at, I mean, just let me know, and you know, I definitely try and get into it. If you got any questions, if I know and I got the knowledge, I definitely pass it on and I make a video on, you know, and I'll put it together. So I hope you guys enjoy my first gig log on my YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Aberrant Word, that's ABERRANT, World, WORLD, and Aberrant Productions, Instagram, Facebook, Aberrant Productions, ABERRANT Productions, know what I mean? The Turn Up King is here, know what I mean? So, you know, just let me know, guys. I hope you guys, you know, y'all keep DJing, keep working, keep hustling, keep shooting, keep doing what you're doing, and we out. Peace.